Hello, so I'm going to be talking about a few of the items in decoc. Not all of them, but I thought that rather than just unboxing them, I'd go through a few of them and actually put them in a room. So I'm not using any of the actual houses from decoc. The one I'm in is a really excellent bargain for 50 Linden. It's 50 Linden Friday from Tanaka-chan, and I can't pronounce the name of this person's shop rather. So actually it's, and so this is from Tanaka Murakagu, the main shop, which has slightly grungy, slightly quirky Japanese items, and it's a really nice skybox. It's one room. It comes with the beams and the shutters here. Yes, if I hide you can see there's the shutters. You can't go out onto the balcony. I can't quite work out where you can't. There's not a barrier presenting it, and there ought to be enough room, but anyway, it does mean that if you have visitors, they're unlikely to fall out the window. And so in this side, you can see it does have a fascia, but it's a skybox, so the rest is just black. And it's amazingly low land impact. It's only 8 land impact, and it's I think it's a nice size. It's not so small that you feel cramped. It's not so big that it's difficult to furnish. And this door over here, obviously it's a non-operational door, but that's obviously included as well. So I'll go round the room and I'll start with the kitchen. So the decoc item here is some of this kitchen furniture. As you might have guessed, I decided that the theme for the apartment, the flat, was going to be grey and yellow. Those would be the kind of keynotes, with some other little splashes of colour, like the occasional bit of pink or orange. And so in the kitchen set, which is from Merak, and this is 3, that one's 3, and then you get 3 little, well, I think 2 of the cabinets are much the same. You get 3 cabinets, but they're all copy anyway. That's 2 land impact. And then the other thing you get is this island here, which has a little kind of breakfast bar, and then the sink. In fact, I haven't tried it, but I don't think there's no poses or anything like that in the sink. No, indeed not. Because they're low land impact, you don't want to make drastic changes. I rather like the little moustache type handles that you have on the cabinets. So I've used 2 of the cabinets here. They're all separate pieces. They come in 2 sets, one which has a blue, kind of turquoise blue oven and refrigerator, and one which is this colour, i.e. yellow. So there's no animations or anything like that, but they're nice attractive pieces. And it does come with this separate item of hanging cutlery, hanging utensils. So that's from Merrick, and that is in the decoc. So with that, as you can see, I've mixed and matched some other items. At the back here, there's a vintage screen, which I got from Morrigan's closet. I think it was in a hunt, actually. It's a Red Riding Hood closet. I thought that would add a kind of quirky splash of colour. These jars, cereals and cooking stuff are from one of Ionic's gachas. Don't ask me which one. This coffee maker is from Niji Ya, and it comes in all sorts of colours, and when you click on it, you select the kind of coffee that you want, and then a cup appears. and it makes the coffee. And you can click on it and then you get a cup of coffee for you to drink. It disappears from there. It's very well scripted, and as I said, it comes in numerous colours. Also over there, I've got a carton of milk from monaca.mint. I'm not sure whether they still have a shop. And the cereal is another Ionic item, milk bowl with cereals. It probably was from the same getcher as that one. The carpet down here is another item from Decoc Mud Honey. I'm not going to show many items from Mud Honey's offering. Not that it wasn't nice, but it just didn't. I didn't find a place for it in this particular. So I've not taken that many items from the Mud Honey's offering. As I said, it's not that they're not nice. It's just they didn't fit quite so well with my concept for the room. But this was a rug. There's a pale one and a dark one, and I've used both of those. And this is also something from Cheeky P. They had a dining room set, and I've used several of the items, but I haven't used the actual table. The chairs fitted rather nicely by this breakfast bench. So you've got the chairs, and as usual there's various poses. If I just click there, you can see there's all sorts of poses, and also it gives a warm drink. And in addition, while I'm looking at the Cheeky P chair, as usual, excellently crafted. Additionally, you get this light, which you can click on and off, and you can see amazing detail. The light bulb with all the reflections of the lampshade in it. And the other item was this Twiggy One Learned Impact Twiggy basket. So while we're here, you can see I've filled it up with herbs. This is from Decor, and they are also in Decoc. Another one where I plundered one or two of the items. So this is the Decor Simone Indoor Planter to Lend Impact, and then there's a few other items here, mainly from Gacha. So Kekes, Paper Bag Herb, Sari Kitchen Essentials. This is not from a Gacha, that's Rosemary from something I bought at Posh, Poche, which is the Japanese shop that does marvellous food. Alouette, sadly the creator of Alouette, who a wonderful designer, she passed away, but I still have many of her items that I still enjoy using. And just going along here, this item, 22769 Bauwerk, that's from a past event, and this is from Bazaar. I'll just straighten that up a bit. They had amazing value, and I'll be showing you another Bazaar thing in a moment. They had a forest dining set, which is still available in their main store, which is extremely good value. There's a table, chairs, place settings, and also a canopy, a really sparkly kind of outdoor canopy, very reasonably priced. And so I'm just using one of the place settings here. And around here, Funky Junk has very reasonably priced things too, and I got a whole lot of stuff with various bits of food, including this dish rack, which is a bit more prim heavy, 10 prims, but it's often used in kitchens. It's kind of brightens things up. At the back here, I pulled out a reed screen by Soy, which you can get at their main store. It comes in a pack with some which are completely rolled and some are half rolled. Normally you'd put them at windows, but I thought it looked nice there. And this item is also from Decoc, from Vagabond Simple Pegboard. I have tinted that very slightly, so if I go to the texture and click on colour there, you can see I've tinted it a very pale yellow. What I did was to select face, and then in fact all it does is it means you don't get colour those bits, but you colour everything else. It was more of a natural looking wood before, but I wanted it to fit in with the kind of lemonish colour scheme that I got going. So I think that's just about everything in the kitchen except this stool. Sorry, it's just about everything except this stool here, which is glistening beautifully with its materials, and that's by in fact the same people as did the skybox. I think it might have been a past 50 Linden Friday. They have some, they don't do it that often, just once every 6 weeks or so I think, but they usually have something interesting. So this is vintage leather stool 2. Obviously it has poses in it, so you can find that at the TMK main store. So I've just propped that at the end so that you could have 3 people sitting at the table. Okay, so the kitchen area is finished off with this parasol, again from Soy, patio parasol, 3 land impact Indian cotton. It's mostly, I think it's meant to be an outdoor item. You can see it's got nicely rusted, and a pattern outside, plain inside. But I thought it was quite a fun addition and helped to distinguish this area, this kitchen area, from the rest of the kitchen. So that's separated from the home office area that we've got here, because there are 2 home office items in decoc. And I've used the Innis wall divider. There's a few Innis items by Trompe l'oeil. This is the Innis branch screen. They also do a wall fountain, which I've used with one of the other decoc items that's in a different setup that I'll do in a different video. But I think this is really beautiful. It's just a delicate thing with the branches, and you can use it. I think it would look good on the patio. In fact, I have used it outside, I've used it inside. I think it's really nice. This is part of the skybox. This is the Apple bookcase set from Famish that everyone's bought, because it's gorgeous, and I've used pieces of it around the room. I'll show it off more in a moment. So this combines most of the elements from the 2 home office items in decoc. So here we have from Serenity Style for 8 land impact, a table, chair, 6 land impact, also this monitor and keyboard, it's 2 land impact, mouse, these no, not that, but that whole notebook, and this shelf. So they're all from Serenity Style, and the shelf includes that plant, but not that plant, which is the Cheeky Pea Spring Garden Potted Climber, which is another thing that I've used quite a lot because it's flat. In fact, there are a few things here I pulled out from the last room that I videoed, and that's one of them. And as I think I said then, because it's flat, it fits against the wall. There's some places where the plant will be sticking into the wall, but you can have that, and it looks great. And I thought it was echoed the branches here. So the other thing that you get from Serenity Style are 3 kind of motivational, well, not motivational, 3 pictures with slogans in them, but I decided not to use those. Then the other Sari Sari is the other home office offering, and you get this wall desk, which I'm using as a shelf. You get this very nice desk organizer. I'll just go up close to that, and you can put photos on there. In fact, I did not notice that. Oh, I like the touch that it's loading up Firestorm in this browser here. And so obviously you can put some photos there, which perhaps I'll just do that. I don't know what these photos are. That shows how easy it is to put the photos in. And so you've got tape. It's lots of nice little details there. So this is the bit that's from Sorry Sorry, and that my notebook is part of the Serenity style. And then also from Sorry Sorry, you've got this little board here, which has got some notes on it, a space for your, looks like your iPhone, and checklist. And this works, this clock here. So you set the time by clicking right or left. I'll just move that so you can see it properly. So you might see if when I do that, it moves the hand. So that's the way you can set the time. And you can have hover text on or off. I don't particularly want hover text on, so I haven't put it on. On the shelf here, I put Standby Inks Super Life gaming set. So I got that at some event or other, but I'm sure it's in their main store now. And so I put that on the shelf here. And below it there's a filing cabinet. There's a home office, so I thought a filing cabinet was appropriate, from Fancy Decor. In fact, I got this when they had a special offer on St. Patrick's Day of a few green things being very cheap, and I bought it then, and I knew it would come in useful someday. And the crate here, Creative Books, is by Chic Building. Can't Give Me Up favourite books. Very nice, as always, very low prim and attractively produced. And just sitting in that corner there is this plant, from Shelby, and this plant is from Dust Bunny. Oh, this is another thing which is in Deco Crate, Revival's Nordic light bulb. There's a light bulb, 2 versions, and a chair which I'll show you in a moment. Just hiding there at the back, there's one of those against the wall canvases, and this is from Heikai Container Plan Gacha. It was some pictures from there. So that's the little home office corner. So if I twirl round, I'll just show you, perhaps I'll actually walk round. And apologies for my computer making things go out of focus. You know how it is. So this painting is by A.E. Ness, Liar. So it's an original artwork. I bought it as an artwork. I thought I'd put that there as a kind of pop of colour and something to make it a focal point, because it's a contrast to the more neutral, because even lemon is more of a neutral shade, so I thought that would be quite nice. This is by Sways. This by What Next, the Lisbeth books, and also from the same set, the Lisbeth set, I've got macaroons down here. And some books from Apple Fall, I believe those are. Yes, Apple Fall books. The actual fireplace is, and so none of these things I'm mentioning are, unless I say it's Deco Crate, it's not a Deco Crate item. So this is Lisp's Anna fireplace, and you've got it in a couple of colours. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to turn it on and off. Oh yes, extinguish, so you can do lots of things. You can make it quiet. Perhaps I'll make it a bit quieter, but I won't extinguish it. And the books down here are from Decor, the Simone book pile. Again, I'm pretty sure, I will check at the end, but I'm pretty sure that that is again from Decoc. Then we have here, and I'll just cam round. This rug is from Sixth Republic. It's by Mori, which used to be Zagana, a faux fur bear rug. And I just think it's, for a Second Life fur rug, it's actually rather more realistic than usual. It definitely looks furry. And this is from Decoc. It comes with that little light bulb side light, and the texture on this cushion is just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I think Revival's texturing skills are amazing for this. You have it in various different colours. I'll just show one of the other colours. Perhaps I'll show that as well. And then I'll turn it back to the corn colour that goes with the room. So that's from Revival, the Nordic Chair, 3 Land Impact. This lamp is from Chez Moi, and that's with a Decoc item as well. It came with a sofa, but I decided not to use the sofa this particular time, and it has an off switch or 2 lighting levels. So that's off, and then that's on, and you could see there's a half light as well. Then over here I've got something else from a Decoc item. It's the Decor Simone wall painting. So you remember there was a potted plant. There was also a chest, if I remember correctly, but I decided not to use it. So that's a couple of items. This item actually has a picture attached to it, but I sunk that into the wall because I wanted to have a wall light to light up the picture. And that's from Cheeky P, this item. This is another gacha item, the Ionic canvas on the floor. This is from Toys, TOIZ, from a past gacha. And this sofa, which I'll just sit on if I zoom out, because of my skirt, I tend to look a bit odd at the moment, so I'll see if there's a slightly better pose for this. That's marginally better. So this is part of a really big set that you get for about 470 Linden, where you get a light and a side table, plants, pictures, a rug, for that, and it's the Berlin set at Sixth Republic by Bazaar. I'll just edit so you can see again, and loads of poses in it, and you can colour change the sofa, the pillows and the blanket, so I think that's good value. Here again there's the Apple IV bookcase. There are basically 5 items in the set. Just one Land Impact. It doesn't come with any of the items. This is material. I think this is by La Galleria. Yes, it is. So I filled it up with a few items. That's by Cheeky P. Yes, the Caraplanta. So none of these are from Deco Crate. It's just this picture, in fact, in what we're looking at the moment. Other people have shown how the system on this works. What happens is that when you res it, it's got a little kind of label there, and you click on the label, and then you res another one, you click on that, and they kind of magically pull each other together. So it's all it does is line them up nicely and then put them together in a situation, kind of the order that you want. And you get one of these bookcases of this size without front doors, and one like this, and then one has got doors. I just put out a couple of them without doors, and then one's this size again with and without doors, and I raised the one with doors. And here you can probably see there's a corner unit. So I said, since this is going to be, this video is quite long anyway, and this is from Famished, as I said before. This isn't mainly about Famished, so I think I'll not demonstrate how that works. But they're a very nice set, not cheap. I can't remember exactly how much now, but not cheap. But I think it's worth it because I think I'll be using them quite a lot. So I don't think there's, that needs a little adjustment, doesn't it? I don't think there's anything here again from Deco Crate except this picture by Mudhoney, the James frame. So I think I'll pull out the pictures of how these decors look all together. I've just picked out various bits of them to put over the around the room. These Mudhoney Layla pottery I picked up at some event recently. It could be Famished. I can't remember. They were quite reasonably priced for these two items. This is by What Next, and this I think by Colopsia. Yes, Colopsia bottle vase. All again from past events, and you can get them at the main store. And these string lights are by Half Deer. So I've nearly gone around the whole room now, I think. The only other thing that I'll mention here is the item at the back is Mudhoney's Layla lattice art, which was the free gift at Famished from Mudhoney. And this is from Colopsia Roses Branches vase. I got it somewhere around Christmas time, but I thought it fitted rather nicely with the fact that I'm trying to make things neutral but having the odd hint of sparkle here or there. And this carpet, which I've used again and again for years and years, is by Post. It's the Kalmar Salon rug. They don't produce much new stuff now, but Post's items are still, I think, very good. And out the front, this bucket of tulips is the free gift from Revival. So the people that did that beautiful, beautiful chair. So I'll stand up. Just take a last look around the room. I think now that's everything. So this took me a couple of hours to put together when I should have been doing something else. But I felt it's ended up a very cosy kind of space. I particularly happy with the kitchen area. I think that's managed to define itself as a distinct area, because that's one of the things with a biggish room like this. You want to try and make each area seem quite distinct without having big barriers all the way around, otherwise that makes it very claustrophobic. So I'll just call up the pictures of the items where I haven't shown you everything. Okay, so I can show you the Mudhoney James console set. I'll pull that across. So you can see all I used there was the rug and the little picture frame. I collect mirrors, so I'll certainly be using that mirror again. And the lamps was quite interesting, but it didn't quite fit into how I got the setup here. The decor, I used the Simone book pile. I didn't use the chair, the console table, or the ottoman, but I did use the indoor plant. I don't think there's a picture of those. I'll just pull out, perhaps I'll pull out the chair just to see what it looks like. So there it is. I don't know whether it's texture change. So I waited for ages, and GKP's picture of their offering for Decocrate resolutely refused to come into focus, so I'm going to give up on that one. Just in case you're wondering what I'm wearing, this is the Garoa skirt from I have to remember, Sweet Lies. So it's the Garoa skirt and top from Sweet Lies. And I've got a Zara system top underneath because I've got the classic avatar body. And I'm wearing a load, as you might guess, a load headgear. And then this gorgeous hair, which includes these flowers all the way down the plait. It's just gorgeous. That's by Monceau, and I think that's at Collaborate. My Hair Jane. Really quite stunning hair, and I thought, well, quite nicely with this outfit. And my shoes are by Pure Poison. They're from the last round of Collaborate. You can just see them there, giving me a bit of extra height. Not that I need it. So that's the end of my video. Oh, except this was the decor Simone chair, which is texture changed to grey, white and black. I'll just delete that so it doesn't clutter up the living room. So you can leave me sitting in front of the fire, or sitting at my breakfast bench, and that's it for this time.